Good morning, y'all, from the remnants of Camp Solomon, the fire pit that is prepared for the next fire, but is not burning. The old fire pit got moved from this area when I left in April. And I came back in June. My fire pit I'd built over here for the spring cleaning had been moved to there, and my tent was gone, which is fine. I didn't expect it to sit there for 2 months. I just kind of wanted to keep a foot in the door because when I came here in March, it was disgusting. There were huge piles of burnt plastic, and those big rounds were in the fire. Someone had come through here drunk off their ass, like an actual literal demon, a human demon, which is pretty common these days. And just had a big rager, a big drunken rager, burned all kinds. I couldn't believe when I saw it. Here's the extent of how bad it was. When I saw the evidence of what they had done, what they had left behind, I could not believe that a human being could survive such stupidity and such toxic fumes, and to get to the level of their life where they could come out to the woods. They had the wherewithal to have a vehicle, the intelligence to pay for the vehicle and bring things here and burn all that shit and stand here and smell it. It actually, I was impressed that that person was able to maintain their physicality and maintain being human, because it was impressively stupid and disgusting. And, you know, as a lot of things are, impressively stupid and disgusting. I'm not going to get into politics today. But this is the remnant of Camp Solomon. Almost 9 a.m. on Thursday, September 18th, 2025. Little piles I'm breaking up with the pine needles. But look at, as you walk in here, it's tidy, it's welcoming, it's pleasant, it's clean, it's quiet, everything matches. There's nothing obviously out of place. Trash has been picked up. Got places to sit, rest. There's one of them. My stump got a little circle of obsidian and brick. That's where I do my dishes. I have a stump where I work on my art. This is my original seat. This was where I would sit and cook. First stump I rolled over here, and a brick I brought from Idaho. Found these topos in Shasta. Good hiking shoes. Seen some miles. These have seen some miles on the PCT, probably 1,000 miles. If it was their first resupply in Shasta, that's 1,500 miles on the trail. So maybe their second resupply. I don't know. I think I met the guy who had these. We left them in a free box outside of 5th Season in Shasta City. Not Shasta City. Really cool Spanish guy. Very, very alive, very like animated and very interesting. And we had a great conversation. You meet the most interesting people. PCT hikers are the answer. It's true. Like anyone who can carry on their back everything they need to walk 2,600 miles plus over, 3 to 6 months. Those are the people who we want for the new world. And hopefully next year, this camp will be known as a refuge and a stop off and a resupply. I'll have a good vehicle, maybe a shuttle van or something to truck people out here who need a rest. They can clean, they can bathe in the creek, they can, I got to sleep my just a reset. This will be the reset spot. Look at this place. There are other camps out here in Plumas County like this. There's an Oakland camp, there's Berkeley camp, this is Camp Solomon. Yeah. Enough. Well, the last time I paper and cardboard trash in here. M&M's. By the way, M&M was my nickname in jail when I used to go to jail often for trying to see my kids. Violation of court orders. I'm like, wait a minute. They're my children. Why do I need paperwork to prove that I have a right to see them? I don't understand your worldview, Jesse, and the courts. What's wrong with you people? I never done anything to harm my children. I'm a great father. I love being a dad. I do. I love being a dad, and I'm really good at it. I'm like a natural dad. I'm like, this is dad energy. Got dad bod even to match. True story. I mean, I wanted children at a young age. I realized that what you can do to augment your situation and to improve your life, the greatest thing you can do is not invest in a 401k. It's not build a career. It's not have a job or be an athlete. It's to make children that carry on your legacy into the future forever. And so at 20 years old, I fathered my first child, Teresa. So it's just the crew coming out to. No, that's just the workers coming out to clean the forest. Yeah, they come about 9 o'clock. That's right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There should be some vans. I noticed at Safeway like dozens of Hispanic workers, obviously just fresh out of the woods, coming into town and buying groceries. And I always say, "Bienvenidos. Hola, cómo está? Compa, cómo estás?" I do speak Spanish. I also speak French and a little bit of Italian. Don't worry about it. Not important right now. No te preocupes, todo está bien. No te preocupes, todo está bien, todo está bien. Estamos aquí. Está al campo Salomón, el rey Salomón. Yeah, it's really nice here just to sit and chill. Like, man, if I had never seen this before and I roll up on this, I'd be like, dude, this is fucking awesome. It's just what I left, like just the remnants. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Big smile. Big smile. It's pretty cool. Dance floor over there. You know, places that store things, that hold things. Trees, obviously, I took on all my laundry lines and all my clothes lines and I took everything out except the structure, except the skeleton of camp. This is the skeleton of Camp Solomon. And I did leave them if they do show up. Here's your sign. You know, you can't fix stupid. Oh, that's Ron White. Here's your sign is what's it, Bill Engvall. You know, on a bottle of shampoo it says rinse, lather, repeat. There's some idiot still in the shower. Here's your sign. If your family tree doesn't fork, you might be a red. No, that's Foxworth. They get them all mixed up. All that redneck comedy bullshit. They get it all mixed up. And I left a bucket here with water and clean like a pot, a dish, and a cutting board, or it's actually a cookies rolling tray. But that's enough. Like if you rolled in here with some canned food and, you know, a tent and whatnot, you post up and just enjoy yourself for 2 weeks. That's the lot. 2 weeks. 2 weekers. Yeah. I'm going to leave it just as it sits. Grab my bag. My stash spot is up that way. A good distance. My new camp, and by the way, this morning, for some reason, the car battery was dead. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure that out. I had nothing on, so who knows? 9.5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, that's my morning visit to my space. And there will be a community of 300 here at some point. Thriving industry, happiness, music, production, art, collection of resources, pine cones to make artisanal bouquets, also to just help the forest. The forest is healthy. You don't need more pines. This is the spot. This is the park. This is how the forest should look. This little area that I have inhabited and have been visiting for 21 years and have been coming this year regularly since March and put a lot of work into this year, a lot of work. Many, many hours of just cleaning. Hundreds of hours. That's what it should look like. And that's one person. Imagine what 300 people could do. I have an idea what they could do. I have a vision what we all could do together. 300 could fix everything. 300, Gideon had his 300 against the Acadians or something, 100,000, enemy of 100,000, and they defeated them. Leonidas had his 300 in Sparta against the Persians, 1 million Persians, and they all died, but they sparked the war, the Peloponnesian Wars, I believe, and the Greeks were victorious. Going back to as a student of history, as an historian, if you all know the story about the plains of Marathon and Philippides running back to Athens across the plains of Marathon, 26.2 miles, and getting to the gate and yelling one word. Oh, I don't have the shirt on. Dang it. One word. Nike. And he passed out and died. That's the story. Give everything. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. Steve Prefontaine. See any resemblance? God bless America. I'm having fun. Look at these. Look how much firewood is just sitting here waiting for this camp to thrive again. I think the heat has passed. I think that if they do come out, they haven't come out as promised. I'm going to leave a log across the road, so it'll be obvious if anyone comes in here. But I haven't seen any evidence of them being out here to enforce their evacuation notice. Must vacate premises with all of your belongings! ! Blah, 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 blah. Dude, relax, man. Chill out. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm not hurting anything. In fact, I just documented the exact opposite of me hurting anything. I'm the solution, dude. I'm the answer. As Al-Hallaj, the Sufi mystic, I think he was Sufi before Rumi in the 6th century. Al-Hallaj says, "I am the real," and they crucified him. It's not only Jesus that was crucified. He didn't come back from the dead, but he pissed people off enough by talking about how he was the real deal, the truth. Very interesting character, actually, Al-Hallaj. Yeah, so here's my little gate. It's really not heavy. It's like I can move that with one hand. But if they do come in, they'll have to get out of their gas-burning vehicle with it idling for however long it takes for their fat ass to get out and lift the tree and move it. And they'll be like, "What asshole, the devil, that proud spirit, cannot endure to be mocked. You mock my pain." Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who tells you differently is selling you something. Most of my brain is movie quotes. Quote man, that was my old nickname my first wife gave me. Quote man, you're quote man. You just quote everything. Yeah, I know. My mind is on 17 levels. Most of the time, not all the time. Using mostly spoons. We'll dig a tunnel. Spoons? You're right. We're screwed. Mike Wazowski. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching you. Whew. On that note, with a quote from Monsters, Inc. By the way, real quick. I had a boss at San Diego State when I worked for Soil Ecology and Restoration Group, Surge. Tom Zink. Last name is Zink, Z-I-N-K. And we called him Monster Zink. He's a good dude. I thought that name was fitting. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You know what's beautiful? You know what was truly, truly, truly beautiful? This manzanita. Ooh, little apple. Manzanita. Why do they call it little apple? Well, look at these little apples. Manzanita. See that? The focus on this phone isn't very good. And you can munch on those. I have, actually what you want to do when they're in flower is just come eat their flowers. Also, the leaves make a good toothpick. Yeah. If your teeth are wide enough apart. And that's that. September 18th, 2025. Morning session. I got to get to town. I got to debate again, always. How am I going to get to town? The road bike has a flat tire. I think if I air it up, it'll make it to town and whatnot. And I'll go to the bike shop and order the wheel that they were closed on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Quincy, please join the 21st century. That's actually a good shop. They've been helpful. They look at me askance slightly. They listen to me with a grain of salt. It's the old thing. Like, here's the problem. Here is the rub. Here is the problem. Riding a bicycle, like energetically and well, puts you in a different mind state. Puts you, like, changes your whole demeanor and your whole aspect and the way you think, and it sharpens all your senses and bam, bam, bam. So you act strange and you act like you're on a certain stimulant that a lot of people these days are actually on. I am not. I don't need it. I like sleep. I like rest. I like relaxing. But when I come in there, I'm lit, and they talk to me like you get that look, like, who's this guy? You always get the look, and you can tell they, like, they'll tolerate me, but they kind of want me gone, kind of thing. So I actually haven't spent a dime there yet. They've been pretty nice. They didn't use their pumps, and one of the mechanics let me give me a press valve adapter and a couple of old patch kits they had laying around that were, like, donated. So that's cool. Here's the bridge. 20M20, 20 and 24 and 20 is the road. And my new camp is about a quarter mile up. I'm tired, man. I've been putting out a lot of energy. And that's fine. That's fine. God bless America. Y'all, I do love you. I'm holding it down. I'm going to be here. Come out and join me if you get a chance. That's where it's at. One more time. God bless America. Over and out.